Oh, hello there. Good morning and welcome to another edition of Morning Pages. I hope you guys can hear me a little bit better than before. I just got a new lapel mic, so I think this will help out a lot. Right now, just like for the last couple days, you're listening to Mutable Instruments Beads droning its wavetable synth. And I am actually not modulating anything. I love this module. It's so lush sounding, even on its own, and I love the fact that it's got its own wavetable. So, today we've got some new parameters. First of all, happy Sunday. I know a lot of us have to go back to work on Monday, so for a lot of us it'll be the last music making session without any huge interruptions. So what we have today, our parameters, we're going to take it nice and chill at 77 BPM, and I'm using another scale. These were randomly generated. Kumoi. I have never used that before, so we're gonna explore that a bit. I didn't randomly generate the 2600 Blue Marvin. I just wanted to give it a shot since that just came in the mail the other day, and I finally got it all set up. I haven't been able to make too many sounds with it, so this should be interesting. We might just use it for some atonal stuff. We're going to use the M4L Big Three pack, explore that a bit. We're going to be using Pigments by Arturia as our VST, and we're going to be using a Vocoder effect, which is perfect because I just set up this new mic, and we can test it out. Today's Oblique Strategy is towards the insignificant, so we will see how that turns out. Let me lower my drone a bit and we can get started. So thanks again for coming. Let me show you my full screen. There we go. Okay, so we're going to be making a jam from beginning to end and put it into arrangement view and make a little track out of this. I'm still figuring out what to do with these completed tracks. I post them monthly on SoundCloud, but I'm thinking I might do them individually now that I'm a little more committed to do this every day with you guys here on Twitch. Okay, so the first thing we should do is put our tempo down to 77. Let's just hear what that is so we get the vibe. So I just have a little pre-programmed 1-bar loop here on the TR-8S. I think we'll use that today. Maybe we'll use a TR-8S and make some polyrhythms. One thing I do need to get at some point is another camera, so you can kind of see what I'm doing over on this side. I think you would find that interesting. So saving up for that right now. So this is 77 BPM, and let's go ahead and throw a Pigments in here. Pigments. This will probably take a second. And then with Pigments, we can explore that E Kumoi scale. Have any of you guys used this scale before? Okay, we'll just use this first preset to figure this out. So scale, we need to be in the key of E. and Kumoi. Kumoi, okay. There we go. Let's see how this sounds. Ooh, and it is really messing with my CPU, huh? I'm gonna go ahead and change my buffer. I don't want it to hinder me too much. Let's just double it. Might not help too much, but maybe we can find a patch that's a little less. Ooh, yeah, this is maybe something like this. Keys. Okay, this is going kind of nuts. Let's see, what else can we do to lower this CPU? Well, I can maybe use a sequencer for this pattern so we don't have to worry too much about the latency. Let me put it all the way up. Do you guys have issues sometimes with latency in live? I struggle with it all the time. I'm running a Mac Mini 2012. It was top of the line back then, and I added max RAM, which is 16, and solid state drive, a dual one. Okay, so this is better, but see if you can see the latency. So anyways, I'm going to use a sequencer to sequence this so I don't have to worry too much about it. We can freeze that track, flatten it, and then work on some other things. But I actually like how this analog unison preset is sounding. Maybe we can mess with it a little bit. Well, let's just keep it here. I don't want to spend too much time on sound design, or lack thereof. I'm going to be using this arcade pack then today. Let's put in some random. Let's just look at ghosts. If you're as old as I am, you'll remember Pac-Man. This is a, can't remember who makes this. Is it Alex Kidd? I got this on Isotonic, and they make some really great devices and modifications. This is a Max for Live instrument. And let's go ahead and I'm gonna just so this also has a little scale tool here, so I can put this in E Kumoi, so we're gonna be in the right scale. And what's happening is, like, these ghosts are passing by some of these pellets and triggering a sound. And what you can do is you can change some of their parameters, some of their acceleration percent. You can change the number of ghosts. You can change the pattern that they do. I'm going to change one to random to get a little bit of random. You could change the octave. I'm going to go ahead and put that down to 0. And the range, you could change that as well. And the rate, you can make them go a little faster. Or right now I'm just dealing with each ghost at a time. The ghosts can be seen over here, but I kind of like how this is going. Maybe I want it to be a little more minimal, so I'm taking that first ghost off. And just to add some more sauce to it, I'm gonna run it all through my effects pedal over here. Yesterday we used reverse reverb. Today, maybe some mod echo verb. Just something subtle. Okay, so in the interest of my CPU and latency, I'm going to go ahead and record this part in. And then we can take Pigments off. Usually it doesn't take this much CPU, but let's mess with this. You can pay attention to the ghosts. You see the red one is moving very fast and hitting those notes at a faster rate than the blue and the yellow one. I can go ahead and reintroduce the green one temporarily. Okay, I think we got enough. And now, in the interest of CPU, I'm just going to delete this whole entire track. Although I guess I should have checked to make sure that it recorded okay first. Yeah. So this is Pigments that was run through the H9 Eventide pedal. So let's hear what we have. And since this is random, I'm gonna go ahead and set the loop point right there, and let's just see how this sounds. The loop. There's still a little trail. Maybe I'll go ahead and extend it like this. Yeah. Let me go ahead and get back to about 256. That's bearable for me. Okay, so we are in E Kumoi, and what else are we gonna do? We're gonna use that blue Marvin. So this will be interesting because I have probably 10 minutes of experience programming this. It just came in a couple days ago and I did a little unboxing video, but then, you know, the weekend came and I like to try to take advantage of those days. But I'm gonna go ahead and swing the camera down here and we're gonna put a little patch in. I guess, again, if you want to look up at the screen, I'm going to maybe put in another type of sequencer. I'm going to put in my favorite one, which is this MDD snake. And then I think, let me see if, I don't know if the scale effect has Kumoi in it. Oh, it does. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and restrain the scale to the scale we're using today, which is Kumoi. And just first I'm gonna randomize all and just see where we are. This is currently what's patched. I'm gonna solo this out. So right now it's a lot of noises. I like how it sounds though. So let me just mess with some of these sliders and I'll try to talk through what I'm doing. Although I need to tell you right now, I don't really know what I'm doing. Just pan left and right, spring reverb. Okay. Okay, so right now I'm using the ADSR as opposed to the AR. That's the AR right here. Okay, ADSR, this is the little mixer section for the VCA. So I'll have the filter all the way up, ADSR all the way up, a little bit of this ring mod. Where's the ring mod? I think it's over here. Oh, ring mod's right here. See if I change it from audio to DC. Okay, let's turn up some of these other VCOs. See if I can. Maybe I can just make some short percussive sounds for now. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and randomize this pattern again. I want this to be a little more minimal. Let's see also how it might sound with our drum. And in true 2600 fashion, I've been able to make a fart noise. Okay, I am going to go through the manual, and in the future I will definitely do better than these fart noises. So, since we've got this going, let's go ahead and record some of it, and we can cut it up in the audio portion. This is the LFO right here. Let me turn that down, because now it's starting to sound like the fire engines outside. Okay. So, today's oblique strategy of the day is, what does that say? Toward the insignificant. So maybe I can call this insignificant just because it's a very amateurish type sound, but sometimes these will work out well. Hey, how about this? Let me put in a simpler and just cut this up. Put in a simpler and we'll cut up this 2600 so it's not so nuts. So I've got the simpler here. Let me put it closer to where I'm going to be. Put it in here, maybe slice it up a little bit. And we'll put the sensitivity like this. And let's play around with it. Yeah, I think we can get something from this. Yeah, in fact, we can probably even use this same sequence that we used, or just repurpose it for this and get something kind of interesting. Let's take a quick look. So right now I have it sliced up in a simpler, and I've got it mapped to the push, and you can't hear it because I got the sequencer going. So we'll use this for noise. Let me lift up the volume. And we can put in, let's put in an echo. And I'm going to put in a bunch of reverb. Get a little stereo panning. And then I'm going to see what this pattern sounds like now. You know what? I like how this is sounding. I'm going to record it into this slot over here, just that pattern, and we're going to use that as our kind of a dreamy percussion. So that one is here. So I'm just taking audio from this track and just recording it into a clip slot. And since this is just 8, or I think it's just 4 bars. I don't know, this is 1 bar each. I can just turn this off. And even more of a happy accident, because I forgot that this is probably taking MIDI from the TR-8S. I didn't know that, but I like how it sounded, so I'm going to keep it. I'm supposed to turn off the, or change my MIDI from all to all ins to just what I wanted, which would be push to, or even just turn it off, because I was using that Max for Live sequencer. Okay, so let's quickly just hear how that recorded in. It kind of sounds like seagulls. So I guess farts and seagulls are what I can currently make on the 2600. Okay, moving on. What is Max for Live Big Three? That's a pack. So let's take a look. Max for Live Big Three. What's in here? What are the big three? Oh, buffer, shuffler, loop shifter, and step sequencer. Shoots, we should have used this one. Well, we can try it. Let's go ahead and put it in here. Oh, I've used this before. Nothing is happening. Anybody hear anything? Oh, because this is off. Let's record another pattern so we can get one of the big three in here. I like how that sounded. That's kind of cool. Okay, so I just have to remember these two. This one I'm just gonna, so I don't put it into arrangement, I'm gonna turn that off. So we got our pigments, we've got our 2600, we used one of the big three. What else do we have in the big three? We have a loop shifter. Let's see if we can apply that to this VST. And I know this is, oh no, I guess this might be a MIDI. Yeah, this is for MIDI. So maybe, yeah, let's go ahead and put in some strings from the Prophet 6 and we'll see if this loop shifter does anything. Oh, drop a sample here. Okay, let's do that. Oh, it's an actual instrument. Okay, so I guess we won't use the Prophet 6 today. We'll use this loop shifter in here. And I'm going to take that thing that I just used. Every time I'm pressing something on here, it's taking a different part of that sample and changing the loop. This is autoplay. Oh, I see. It's changing these loop points, it looks like, and okay. I'm just going to take one simple sound from this loop shifter. So we're actually going to get quite a bit of 2600 sounds in here. Oh, this loop shifter is still working. Look at this. Can I record that? Of course, it stops now. Okay, I think that's enough. And then finally, this buffer shuffler, I think you could put this on an audio track. Let's see how this, what this is going to do to our 2600 noises. Oh yeah, this is going to add some fun stuff to our sequence. So I'm just going to keep the buffer shuffler on. Oh, and there's some reverses. I'll keep this buffer shuffler on. While we're in arrangement mode. So we'll just have to remember there's buffer shuffler on this one. Yeah, we're getting some weirdness in here. I love it. here we should put in, maybe I'll just put in a kind of a cool reverb or something. You know what I don't use a lot of is replica. Let's try that. It used to be one of my favorite plugins back in the day. Okay, yeah, we're doing some real experimental stuff right now. I should even keep this thing on because there's some cool sounds coming out of it, but let me turn it off for now. Let's see. We need something a little more melodic, I think. Maybe a bass line, and then we could work on the drums and then put all this together. I take it back. I think we're just going to go down the scale. This would be great for a morning page because then I could listen to it and be like, oh, that's what that Kumoi scale sounds like. So let me just record this in as MIDI. 2, 3, and... Okay, and I'm just going to record that in so we have that. Not too bad. Let's see what quantization will do to it. Now it'll sound a little more robotic. Let me just record that in. I'll just make this a one shot. Although wait, let me loop it for now and then I'm going to add some effects. Maybe a chorus. Or, well, let's use the H9. Well, no, let's use chorus, and then I can keep it in there. Chorus. I think there's, oh, we'll use the Tricera chorus, the H9 plugin. Just see how that sounds. Use a slapback effect. Okay. Yeah, I like that. What else can we do? Oh, let's work on the drums. I'm gonna make something a little more polyrhythmic to give this experimental track an even more experimental sound. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and how about this? This is what I'll do. I'm going to change the last step to 15 on the kick and then to 13 on the snare. Copy this, and then we can have kind of a little variation. Oh, I'm liking how this rhythm is sounding. Let me change some of the sounds. My levels are way too high. Maybe we should get some strings up in here, huh? Oh. Instead of strings, how about some rings? So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to patch in. What I'm going to do is right here, this is rings right here. Oh, you can't see that. Let's see. Rings is right here. I'm taking the odd and even, and I'm going to put them in the left and right of beads, and you'll hear that the drone will turn off. But instead, now I've got rings going through the DSP. And now, if I go into my modular track, I'm not quite sure what's launching. So I'm just going to isolate this. I'm going to put this down an octave. Okay. How about just something like this? I'm going to just go ahead and tap this in. So I know it's hard to follow along. But I'm going to do a little impromptu right here. I'm going to duplicate this because right here I have a real washy pad-like sound. It's really kind of off-key, but I want to take some of these little hits right here, loop that, and then I want to put up the gain. Record this over here, and I'm going to take just this last part, just like right there. Raise the gain on this. I like how haunting that sounds. So now we've got 3 different tracks from the same, looks like about 22 bars that we recorded in from rings. All right, this is getting real experimental, so maybe we can call this an experimental Sunday. All right. Do we want to add some pads or something? Maybe to bring this all together so it's not just like an atonal mess. Because maybe we can just put in a little bass line. Yeah, we'll do a little bass line. Maybe what I did at the beginning. That's what we'll do. And just right here, I kind of messed up on these last hits. 11, okay, and we'll let it loop there. I like that prime number. And then with that, I'm going to record that in with some audio effects. Does anybody out there know of a good audio effect on the H9? What's up, Trucadero? Aloha. Right now this jam just turned into something very experimental. If you want to hear what we have so far, right now we're going to be recording in the Pro 1, but I'm trying to find a good bass effect on this H9 Eventide pedal. So let's see what we have so far. We could just use this same reverb that we used with the, what patch did we use that with? With our little lead. Oh yeah, that sounded good. I'm gonna modulate that. I'm gonna record that in to my bass track. Okay, we're running up on some CPU issues. Sorry for the crackle. Let's go ahead and let's record that in. There we go. Is this the Trucadero I know from Palo Alto? Oh yeah, it is. Hey, Petty. I think that was your artist name, yeah? I'm following you on SoundCloud. Have you been making music lately? Congratulations on being a father, by the way. Okay, I think we have all the parts that we want for this jam. We had recorded everything on the TR-8S, so in terms of rhythm, so I don't need to group that drum track. So let's go ahead and, I mean, I really should have put everything, or should have written everything down. Let me turn all these off, save on some CPU. And let's go ahead and drag all these guys into arrangement. And they're all just numbers right now, so I have to remember what everything is. Yeah, next time you're in Hawaii, come on over and we could jam. Okay, so let's listen to each individual part, and I'm going to label them here so I can remember. This was the 2600. Both of these are. This is the 2600 part 2. Let's see what this one is. This was also the 2600. We kind of went nuts on that today. Oops. Cool. All right, Petty. We'll see you soon. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so we got the 2600 here. I know this one right here is my bass line. Bass Pro 1. This one was my little scale. I'm just going to call this down scale. And then this one was rings into rings, rings, beads, rings, beads. And then this was my little lead. So I think we have all of our parts. This looks like it's going to be about 2 minutes, so I'm just going to put my loop brace at around 210. And yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for swinging by, Petty. It's great to, well, I can't see you, but it's great to connect with you. It's been a while. And I'm going to put this on a separate track. And yeah, let's just put this thing together. Now, again, the drums are on the TR-8S, so I'm going to just live record that in. Have to be sure to arm that, as well as my master record. We're not quite there yet, but let me just play this a bit. maybe what I'll do, and move these noises up a bit. Yeah, we won't start our lead until maybe around here. And I like this bass line, so I'm just going to let it go all the way to the end. And then, as we did yesterday, and as I do all the time when I'm just doing these morning jams, is I like just putting in these little transition marks where at the end it's just going to trail off. Yeah. Okay, and then I'm going to just delete my MC101 track. Let's see, we're kind of running out of tracks over here. So let's just see how this is going to start off. What's that? What was that part? This is way too loud. And these 2600 parts, I think I'm just gonna let them be in the background. Let them be more of like a texture. It's too loud as well. But maybe this will be our little breakdown. I'll put this right here, and I have to be sure to drop the drums out around there. But if this is going to be a little live jam, then I probably won't remember. Yeah, we'll just do that, and it'll be a little 2-minute and change jam. So thanks for swinging by. We're just going to record this in, and but at the same time I've got to pay attention to the drum machine because those are going live, and that will just be all recorded in here, so I'll have it for the next time. So thanks again. Thanks, Petty, for swinging by, and hope to see you soon, man. No vocals today. Oh, wait a second. If anybody's still there, I forgot. Today's one is also the vocoder. So I gotta turn on my. Let me turn off this mic so that you could just hear me on this audio track. Okay, so we got this going. And I'll just say some stuff with the vocoder. This is a vocoder right here, but let's find another one. Testing. Let's see what this one sounds like. Yeah.
Formant, -5. Okay, let's do this one. Let's do this one. Unnoticed. Let's try. Yeah, it'll just be real subtle. I don't know what I'm gonna say, but we will add this to our jam, and I'll keep some effects on there. Yeah, that sounds good. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for swinging bars.